Hi, welcome to this demo of IBM Spectrum Protect version 8.1.13. I'll be showing you how in the Operations Center you can set up retention sets to be copied out to IBM Cloud Archive and IBM Cloud Accelerated Archive Storage. What we'll be going through is, first of all, how to set up a retention set to be copied out to the cloud. I'll assume that you have already created an account and bucket on the IBM Cloud. And then we'll go through and show you how to create the cloud connection, define the device class using the archive and accelerated archive cloud storage classes, and then creating the cloud storage pool and storage rule, which will create the retention sets and then schedule the copying of those retention sets out to the cloud. We'll go ahead and define a client and then do a backup of that client and then the creation of the retention set using that backed up data. And that'll be an on-demand creation instead of waiting for the retention rule to run. Once that retention set has been created, we'll manually start the storage rule to copy it out to the IBM Cloud Accelerated Archive storage. Now, when you use the archive and accelerated archive, in order to read that data, you have to first stage it back into standard IBM Cloud storage. And so we will show you how to do that stage so that you then have the ability to read and restore that data from the cloud. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Aeon to do most of the Operations Center operations, and Wendy will be helping with the actual backup of the client data.
Hi, for this demo, I will be showing you how to create a volume in a cloud-based retention storage pool, specifically IBM Cloud, and how to stage an IBM Cloud-based volume. To get started, we could go under Storage, Cloud Connections. We want to create a connection. So click on that plus sign, create connection. We name the connection whatever we want. So demo IBM Cloud, pick a server, cloud type. I wanted to do IBM Cloud. And we want to have valid credentials. So put the identity, password. And then we also wanted to have an existing bucket and a cloud URL. Create the connection and see that the connection is successfully created, so we can close that out. In this grid, called it demo. So search that. It's called demo IBM Cloud. And we also wanted to verify this connection. So we wanted to test this connection and see that the credentials for this cloud service provider were verified. So close that out. And then we also want to define a device class. So to do that, we go into the command builder and define device class. We want to give it a name. So demo IBM Cloud device. And then we wanted to give it dev type of cloud and also name the connection we just created. So it was called demo IBM Cloud. And also add the cloud storage class, which we want to be accelerated archive. Enter. There you go. A device class is defined. And if you wanted to double check that through storage, cloud devices, click cloud here. And we could see that this device class is created. It's demo IBM Cloud device. To create a retention storage pool. So to do that, we want to go under storage, storage pools, add a storage pool, retention, next, and then we want to give it a name, demo IBM Cloud pool. And then don't want to change anything here. Just give it a daily start time, next. And then we want to add the device class we just created. So demo IBM Cloud device. Next. And I wanted to disable this one and add storage pool. So now that we created storage pool, double check first if that was created. Demo IBM Cloud pool. So it is there. Now what we wanted to do is create another storage pool, but this one it's a container type. It is a storage pool directory, so we wanted to pick this general type, name it, demo IBM Cloud container pool, and I wanted in a server key before. Next, we wanted a container-based storage directory, and then we wanted to add the path for that directory, and we wanted to make sure that this directory exists and it is writable. So I know that this directory existing and is writable, so I want to add that. Next, do not backup. Next, this is optional, so I don't have to do it. Also, do not want to enable that. So now that we have successfully created a container pool, close that out. I just wanted to make sure that this container pool has a read-write access, which is correct right here. This pool that we created earlier also has read-write. Just wanted to make sure that it is right. And we can change the maximum scratch volume. So I just wanted to do like 6 volumes. Save that. Now that we've done all the checking, we can update the copy groups. So in the command builder, we could do update copy group, and then the domain name is standard, policy name standard, class name also is standard, and then the type would be backup. And then I also wanted to put my destination, which is the pool name that we created for the container. So I did demo IBM Cloud container pool. And after updating the copy group, we want to activate the policy. So activate policy set, and then the domain name that we gave it, and the policy set that we gave it. And we want to proceed. So there, policy set standard activated. Also, then we wanted to register a node. So we're going to do register node, give it node name, demo IBM Cloud node, password, which is me, the same. After creating that node, we wanted to define a retention rule. So to do that, we go under services, retention rules, create a rule, name that rule, demo IBM Cloud rule, and then have a frequency, retention period, could be 1 day. And then we wanted to give it the pool that we created earlier. So demo IBM Cloud pool. Then also we wanted to add the node that we created. So add individual client and just find that node that we added. So add clients, create. So now that we have retention rule, we want to run the backup using DSMC. And we typically do that on a different machine.
We're just going to run a backup of one file on this new virtual node that was created. All right, so did backup and backup successful.
So after running the backup, we define a retention set. So we're in the right page, retention rules. And then we look for the retention rule that we created. So demo IBM Cloud rule, click on that one, and this button should pop out, create retention set. We want to create a retention set and name it. So demo IBM Cloud set, specify, we just want it to be 1 day. Make sure the retention pool is right, that the node is also right. So after that, we create it, successfully created a retention set, close it out. If we look at the retention set that we just created, demo IBM Cloud set, it should be sleeping. The status should be sleeping because we haven't ran it. To do that, we go under storage rules. This storage rule is created automatically when we define a retention storage pool, which also have the same name. So demo IBM Cloud pool. And we wanted to run now. And the rule processing was started successfully. So close that out. And now we can go into storage pools, look for the storage pool we created, demo IBM Cloud pool. And now we can see that there is a volume one volume that we created right here. That is in the IBM Cloud. To check the status, we just click this button so we can see that there is this much data in this volume, and also it is in the Accelerated Archives Cloud Storage class, and that we need to stage it before we can read this volume. So we can click Stage Volume here, or we can also click Stage Volume here. Doesn't really matter, it's the same process. We get a warnings dialog that says that this may have cost and may take a while. If we wanted to continue, we could just click Stage Volume, and we can see that the staging process is started for this volume. We can close that out, and we can see that the stage volume button here is disabled because the volume is in the process of staging. And if we check the status, it would say that the volume is in the process of being staged. And that's it.
Great. Thank you, Ian and Wendy. So once that data is staged back from the archive or accelerated archive into the standard IBM Cloud, the Spectrum Protect client would then be able to read from it and do the restores. Be sure to check out the other videos I have on creating retention sets and copying those retention sets out to cloud. Thank you very much.